Welcome to FOTR. You know, the end of summer is a good time to try something new, like exploring an outlet mall. Preferably one that has some really good grub. And I think we hit the jackpot with this one. From Palm Famous Italian, it's time again to open mouth and insert nostalgia.
You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown's Fork On The Roadshow, making thrifting delicious, one bite and one review at a time.
FYI, I've never ever been to an outlet mall before, especially one as nice looking as the Woodbury Commons here in Central Valley, New York. But I can't think of a better piece of ambience to take on the September 2012 issue of Food Network magazine, which is one of my earliest F&M issues. I purchased this back home from a unique thrift store in Paterson, New Jersey for 99 cents, and as always, the main game is to cook like a star. Ina Garden, Bobby Flay, Melissa DeUabian of $10 dinners. They're all bringing you summer favorites, 132 great recipes, featuring amazing tomato dishes like this heirloom salad, or as they say in New York State, tomato dishes, plus fun treats such as a PB&J cake, berry tart, and chocolate cupcakes, plus a star-studded Food Network wedding. Speaking of star-studded, even outside of all the food articles, this issue is fairly star-studded too, with the likes of CoverGirl's Taylor Swift. But here's the star of today's lunch. You can set it down here. Their classic Chicken Parm Hero with fries. We'll get into this in a moment as we go forward in this issue. And why do I keep highlighting Taylor Swift even though she doesn't drive my traffic up any darn good? Because somewhere out there, there's one Swiftie that will appreciate the value of bringing Taylor Swift home on a budget. Here's the true story behind Julia Child. Really key interesting parts of it on her 100th birthday in a new biography called Deary, which she called everybody from fans to family. Also, she kept a diary her entire life. She almost picked another catchphrase other than Bon Appetit, of course. Sorry. Bon Appetit! She taped every show as if it were live and kept all the mistakes in, and she was fairly boy crazy, although she adored her husband Paul. But she loved being the life of the party, being surrounded by other dapper men at dinner parties. John Hamm lookalikes, as they say. Next up, a tour of Jeffrey Saad's kitchen. Jeffrey Saad of Cookie Channel's United Tastes of America, next Food Network Star finalist, and personality on the Kraft YouTube channel. You know, Kraft foods like Kraft cheese. These are key components that give his Encino, California kitchen function and style, like an espresso maker, a Thai granite mortar and pestle, and an industrial fridge. Plus, key elements that you can bring to your home. I'm not going to say on a budget, but if you're willing to splurge and get the look here, be my guest. As for that star-studded Food Network wedding, that would be Restaurant Impossible's Robert Irvine, who used to have his own talk show, if you can believe that. And former professional wrestler, Gail Kim, WWE Diva. I grew up in the WWE Divas/PG era, so this is a neat little read for me. Robert Irvine took charge of his own wedding, with Guy Fieri as the officiant, in the Charles Quirk Winery in St. Helena, California. Planning every detail, every moment himself, especially the food. Other stars in here, the late Michael Chiarello, Mark Summers, Melissa DeUabian, and hey, some other stars right next to them, at least in this article. Meryl Streep, Tommy Lee Jones, and Steve Carell in Hope Springs. I live for these one-page mini-movie posters. They're so darn cool. Now, one mission going forward when taking these FNM issues on the road is to highlight their copycat recipes. In this case, we have a copycat recipe that might be fairly spot on for Cozy's almost famous tomato, basil, and mozzarella flatbread sandwiches. You might recall that I've been to Cozy in Jersey City earlier this season. I might go back there again to try out this sandwich and see if the real deal could match up to this if I ever give that a whirl. Moving on to a perfect 10. Melissa the Arabian, that's Food Network Star winner, sells us 10 ways to use the ultimate leftover, pulled pork. First and foremost, giving you a master recipe for all-purpose pork soda. From then on, she gives you 10 ways to use it up, such as pork sloppy joes, pork chili, tamale pie, burritos, shepherd's pie, turnovers, and of course a classic barbecued pork sandwich. These and other recipes can be found in the $10 Dinners Cookbook, the companion cookbook to her series that she won from the next Food Network Star. My review of that may be a little long-winded, but I'm going to have that linked below. Moving forward, Ida says cheese! That's funny. This thing is saying cheese, but we're not quite ready yet. We gotta highlight Barefoot contestants' cheese recipes for every meal of the day, such as this roasted vegetable frittata, the ultimate grilled cheese, ribeye steaks with Stilton sauce, herb core a la creme, and finally, coconut cupcakes with cream cheese icing. Now let's move on to an all-star cookout. If you watch this in real time, it might be the end of summer, or at least summer weather. So, let's celebrate. And I use that term loosely for the end of summer. I know we don't want summer to end, but you gotta make the most of it, especially when it comes to all the grub. So try out this menu from Food Network chefs. Bobby Flay's flake steak with balsamic barbecue sauce, Lee Drummond's baked cream corn with red bell pepper and jalapenos, Sonny Anderson's strawberry arugula salad with sweet wine vinaigrette, Danile's sparkling raspberry limeade, and for dessert, Alex Guarnaselli's warm grape cake. Next up, on the prairie, powdered milk biscuits, brought to you from the fine folks at a Prairie Home Companion, the National Public Radio variety mainstay. Willie Nelson's Meats to put together a special dinner for the new season of the long-running radio series. If you haven't heard of that, hopefully you've heard of at least the Robert Altman film with the all-star cast. And finally, 50 steaks, 50 sandwiches. One steak, one sandwich, a claim to fame throughout the entire country between two slices of bread. For New York, it's gotta be Parm's Chicken Parm. Try the Italian-American classic at its best, a perfect chicken parm on a salt semolina roll. And for New Jersey, it's the White House Special, the White House Sub Shop in Atlantic City. They also give you addresses and phone numbers and websites, which you might have to check up online to make sure they're still accurate. And just because our main mission is to bring Hollywood home on a budget, here's Toran from Paco Mercat of Los Angeles. When you consider everything we highlighted here, there really is no need for a page flip. That's about it for this issue of FNM. I mean, what else is there to highlight? Definite 5 out of 5. I wish I could keep you longer, but now you got an end of summer menu to think about with this. Plus, this hero looks super. So, that's the word from my mouth to your mouth.
Next time, discover why a diner can be more than just a nostalgic watering hole with a visit to the Randolph Diner. Stay tuned, stay focused, and stay hungry.
I'm gonna be famous. So guys, I cannot wait. I am so excited. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this sandwich. So, cheers guys. Very good, very delicious. Alright, so like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.
Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.